Alright y'all, so today we are going to be making the ultimate meat lover stuffed crust cast iron skillet pizza. For this we have some Mexican style blend cheese, some thick cut bacon, some kielbasa, we got some ground sausage, got some mozzarella cheese in the brick, we got some pepperoni, we have a pre-mixed pizza crust dough. You can use what you want, ours is from our local store. We got some wet garlic, some dried oregano, dried parsley, and some tomato sauce. So let's go ahead and get started with that pie crust. Alright, so like I said, we have a pre-mixed pizza crust mix from our local store here. But the directions for it call for 2.5 teaspoons of the active dry yeast. And we're going to go ahead and activate this by just putting it in some warm water and stirring that up, getting it dissolved in. For this part, just follow your directions on if you have a pizza crust you like to make, or if you have it pre-made, just go ahead and follow the directions it states. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and set that to the side. We have a large bowl. We have 3.5 cups of our pre-mix. And we're just going to dump that all in. Okay, now this is where our directions get a little bit different. We have half a tablespoon of oregano and 1 tablespoon of parsley. We've also got a tablespoon of garlic. And now we are going to go ahead and add in our yeast, water, and then just by hand, we're going to go ahead and mix this until we get a dough. Well, we'll bring you back. Alright y'all, so we got it mixed up into our dough ball. Now again, other than our oregano, parsley, and garlic, just go ahead and mix it to the instructions or how you make your pie crust. So now we've got into a bowl, a lightly greased bowl. We're just going to go ahead, take a dry towel, cover it, set this in a warm place for an hour to rise, and we'll bring you back at that point. Alright y'all, so while our pizza crust is rising, we're going to go ahead and take our brick of mozzarella, and we're just going to cut these into about slivers like so, not too big. And this is going to depend on how much cheese you want to put in your crust. This is completely optional. I'm just going to cut as much of this up as I think will be about right. We'll find out how much that is. I'm just eyeing this. And this mozzarella is going to be for obviously our stuffed crust part. So we'll start with about that much. And then if we need to, we'll add some more. So let's go ahead, get our pie crust and our skillet. Alright y'all, so now we put our dough in our greased cast iron skillet. Now we're just going to go ahead and fold it all down in. And work it all the way around. We'll bring you back when ours is done. Alright, y'all, so we've got our pizza crust spread out. We've also went ahead and made sure to give a good rim around our edge. That way we can just go ahead, take our mozzarella, place it around the pan like so. And I can tell you right now that ours, we probably cut up too much cheese. But that's alright, you can put it in the fridge, you can make cheese sticks with it, you can do a lot of stuff with this mozzarella. And we're just going to go ahead, and that edge that we made, we're going to go ahead and roll that over our cheese. Combine that edge to our our bottom layer of our pizza crust here. So once we got this done, we went ahead and preheated our oven to 350 degrees. We're going to want to pre-bake this for about 10 minutes. At 350 degrees. So we got our cheese nice and encapsulated. Let's go ahead, pre-bake our crust. And while that's pre-baking, we're also going to go ahead and move on to our next step. Alright y'all, so now we got our package of bacon. And we're just going to cut this into itty bitty squares. And then once we got this cut into itsy bitsy squares, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to take a saute pan. We're going to throw this bacon in there. We're going to go ahead and also just go ahead and throw our ground sausage in there. Get that all pre-baked, pre-cooked. So, if y'all join me over at the stove. Alright y'all. Now if you want to cook this separately, you can. But I'm not too worried about it. They're both pork products and we're going to cook it all through thoroughly. So I'm not worried about cross-contamination. So we're going to go ahead, cook our ground sausage, cook our bacon, and we'll bring you back. Alright y'all, so now we got our pork cooking in the background. Our crust is preheating. We're just going to go ahead and slice up our kielbasa. Alright, so you can do what you like to do on flavor for your kielbasa and your sausage. Here we're using just an original kielbasa, and on our pork sausage we're using a maple sausage. You can do the flavors that you like. But while that's cooking, we're just gonna go ahead and slice this up and we'll bring you back. Alright y'all, so our sausage is cooked. Our bacon is pretty much all the way cooked. Now I'm not gonna worry about it. Our bacon's there. It doesn't look like it's there, but it'll finish cooking in the oven. Now, whether you cooked your sausage and bacon separately, you want to drain them both. Just get a strainer and a drip pan and drain them both, whether you cooked them separately or together. We're gonna get as much of that grease out of there as possible because we are putting it in a pizza. So let's go ahead and get that done. We'll bring you. Alright y'all, so now typically I'd make a pizza sauce, but for this one, we got a lot of our seasoning in the crust, and there's already a lot of flavor with everything else we're doing. We're just going to take a little bit of our tomato sauce. And this is completely on you. If you like a lot of sauce on your pizza, go for it. If you don't, go for it. This is completely up to you. But you want to make sure you get it good and spread around, no matter how you do it. And I don't like too much sauce. I like a little on the lighter side. Like I said, if you have a pasta sauce you like, go ahead and use it. But we got so much flavor already going on here, we're just doing a quick tomato base. Alright, yeah, so now we're just going to go ahead and just do a good first base of cheese. Now we're just going to go ahead, put on some of that pepperoni, layer that in there. And now once you get pepperoni, we're just going to do a quick sprinkle of cheese. And then we're going to hit this with some of our kielbasa. And now we are going to take a second layer of cheese. And now we're just going to go ahead, take our bacon and sausage mix, place that on top. I did say ultimate meat lovers for a reason, people. We are loading this thing down. And now, we're just gonna go ahead and take a little more of our cheese and make a quick sprinkle on top. And now, we're gonna go ahead and throw this into our oven at 350 degrees for another 30 minutes or until that crust is golden delicious. We'll bring you back. Alright, y'all, and there you have it. Ours took about 35 to 40 minutes to cook, but it is done. All you got left to do is go ahead, cut this up, serve it to your friends, family. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you go ahead and smash that subscribe button down below. And until next time, keep on cooking on.